This is your host, Ellice. You are now listening to Future Forward, a new podcast that covers new age conversation such as tech, women, leadership, business, well-being, and empowerment. I can't wait to share more knowledge with you, so stay tuned for more lineups.
Hi, so we're back. Welcome to Rolling Mikan, the first episode. And today we have my co-host today with us. It's Tim Hendricks.
Hi.
Hey, welcome to our first show.
Happy to be here.
How are you feeling?
Nervous.
It's not live. It's not live.
I don't understand what you mean.
Guys, this is what I meant that when you work with a tech person, sometimes you get a reaction like this. And being as my background, all of you know that I am a business and communication person. This gap here is something that the reason why we started off this podcast, because we believe in the future forward of building a good digital transformation, and a good system and software is combining and bridging business and technology. So Tim, why don't we proceed?
Sure.
A first question, right?
One that I can answer, yes, that would be great.
Okay, so I think what we want to share, the objective of this podcast is to, given the knowledge that you have a lot of digital transformation knowledge, the how to do it, that many focus on buzzword, right? The buzzword, creating all these great ideas. But I do discover that a lot of people stumble in how to do it, right? So in that case, maybe we can start by giving a brief overview what digital transformation means in today's business landscape.
So digital transformation, right, as opposed to digitization, these are two different things that are often interchanged. Digitization just means you take something that is currently manual and you make it digital. So from a paper to a system, for example. Now, digital transformation means using technology to transform the way that you're currently running a process or a business. So you're improving upon it by applying technology.
All right, cool. So can I say that if I'm a small business and I want to change it and then move it to WhatsApp, where does that category fall to?
This is a tricky one. It's a trick question. I know this one. No, the thing is with WhatsApp, it's digital, but it's not transformative. It's digital, but it's not organized. Right?
Okay.
So we are communicating in a digital way, but it doesn't improve business in the way that provides additional structure or additional lead time. It just makes it easier to communicate. So while it's digital, for sure, right? It's not maybe digital transformation in that way, where you can't organize WhatsApp chats. You can't automatically analyze data from WhatsApp chats, right? If somebody places an order with you or they ask a question, if there's a long chat, you might lose it, right? So this is like more of disorganized data, where for digital transformation, we can make it more structured, so you get more insights, more value from it.
All right, cool. Okay, all right, so speaking about this being yourself and given a unique position for both of us, you live in Malaysia about 7 years by now, right? What are some of the key challenges that the company typically face when embark on a digital transformation journey?
Good question. I think a lot of companies have heard a lot of the buzzwords that you mentioned. They know about AI, they know about low-code, they've heard all these terms that are very popular in the market right now, but they don't really know where to start, right? And I think a common challenge is people want to start with the flashy things, right? They want to make a drone or a self-driving car, right? Those are things very recognizable, easy to get hyped about, right? But typically, that's not where the business value lies. But immediate value to the business is in processes, things that are a little bit more boring, but they have a lot more impact into the business, right? So talking to customers about what they actually need or will actually improve their bottom line is one of the things that we focus on a lot.
Right, but okay, that's you speaking from a technical, high level point of view. But if I'm a department today, I don't know how to justify my business values. When we submit a proposal to the board of directors, right? I'm sure the bosses, especially in the corporates, people are like, what is my ROI? What is my ROI, right? So maybe you want to share a little bit, like when you talk about business values, right? What does that mean to layman term people like myself?
Well, business value means that there is a positive economic impact to the business. And this can happen in multiple ways. The most common ones are you save time, but as we all know, employee time costs the company money. So if we can optimize on that time, then we can do more different things, right, with people's time, right? So that's one thing, easy to measure how to make money. Another one is, for example, increased revenue, right? So let's say you can increase your margins, or you can sell more products at the same time, right? So you actually directly increase the amount of revenue that the company is making. And the third one is to use digital transformation to create new things, new types of services, right? A lot of things, let's say subscription-based video rentals, were not feasible before digital transformation, but you can do them now. So you can generate income streams that were not previously possible. And that's applicable to quite a few more businesses than you might think.
Okay, that's very interesting as well. I think we started off by, I didn't even know much about tech. And, I learned as I grew the company together with you. And I learned a lot about, the business value part as well. And I see how client actually really focus on, the part of success transformation through business value as well. I think it's an opportunity and it's also a positive. And we do see ourselves running Orangely, we do see track record and success track record, right? Speaking about that, there's a question that I would like to ask you about. Maybe you can share some of your success story or example of how digital transformation have positively impacted the business that you and I are in. But I'll let you speak.
Okay. Wait, are you asking me to mention company names as well, or are you talking about types of improvements that we've made?
Just example of the industry.
Okay, right. So we have, for example, companies or customers in the manufacturing industry, right, where there is processing of incoming materials for manufacturing, right, and a lot of companies still have those processes on sign-off forms. They have them in Excel sheets, right, to keep track of all these things. And some of those manufacturing materials can be complicated, right? They can have all kinds of shapes. They don't have to be, let's say, just packaged materials, right? They could be liquid, they could be all kinds of forms, right? And there's a lot of challenges. There are safety regulations, other things that they need to do that take a lot of time. So if we digitize that, we can actually reduce the amount of time it takes by quite a lot, right? That, for example, for that specific customer, they saved thousands of hours per year by not having to print paper forms, carrying them around, having them manually signed off. Instead, they use a tablet, all the information is already there, it's very easy to analyze the data, and that's something that can be achieved in a matter of months.
Right. Okay. We talk a lot about, the good sides of things, right? Now, let's go be realistic in terms of the challenges, right? So the collaboration across the departments is actually very crucial in this digital transformation, right? How do you actually suggest breaking down silos and fostering the cross-functional teamwork, which we actually witness, it's an uphill battle, in a good way, right? So maybe you want to share a little bit more digital transformation process in that particular aspect, in suggestion, like for our viewers and listeners to know.
Okay, for sure. So I think it's already in the term that we're talking about. In order to encourage the collaboration with business and IT and to get those teams together, you want to have them cross-functional. So that means that your team should consist of people with different disciplines, different job titles, right? And one important factor is that the people that are part of that team, they need to be motivated to do it, right? They need to want to do it, right? So you don't just want to pick anybody. You want to pick individuals that are suitable for the job, that really want to do it, and also that are incentivized by the company to do it. More often than not, cross-functional teams fail because the business sets an objective, for example, to work on this digitizing the specific process or introducing a new type of product. But the key people that we really want to get all the knowledge from, they have to do it as a side project. They still have to do their normal job because there's like a limited commitment from the company or limited maybe visibility on how much time it takes to get those things done, right? Not that it will take many years, but during the time that these cross-functional teams are operating, you want people to really closely work together, right? Similar to when you do like a workshop or something like that. And you can get really good results that way.
Yeah. So, how do you find the landscape in Malaysia?
Traditional, right? Yes.
It's not within my question, but I think we want to keep it as raw as possible, right?
I see a lot of interest in doing things differently.
Yeah.
Right, and I think that's the main point to take away, right? That a lot of things are more traditional, maybe, right? Also, because just of the background and like a lot of industry, right? Industry, not that usually not the first mover in a market, right? It's usually service industry, but what we see in Malaysia right now is that there's a lot of interest, all kinds of businesses to do more, right, and to digitize more.
Right. Cool. I think for this episode, we have asked all the questions that we would like to share for episode 1. So thank you so much for sharing this session with us. And we look forward to more episodes of sharing future forward tech talk with you.
Great, looking forward to it.
All right, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
See you guys again. Bye.
Bye.